Them using about 500 micrograms every single day does help with them getting a little quicker with their recovery. And we are recording. Hi everybody, I'm Damon and it's nice to meet you. And today I'm going to get into this article that I found here from USADA. What the fuck is the USADA? Okay, so I'm assuming this is just an anti-doping website, which makes a lot of sense because I found this article when I was looking into BPC157, and it says that this could create a risk for athletes, and I'm very curious as to what they mean by that. If this is the program for just UFC fighters, then yeah, you're going to have a risk of getting banned because it's a WADA-banned substance, and it's been there for a while. Furthermore, the substance is not approved for human clinical use by any global regulatory authority and may lead to negative health effects. I would be very interested to see what negative health effects could come as a result. I mean, all of the studies that I've seen done on animals is that it provides purely benefits, or there's just a negligible impact here. And I mean, granted, we haven't had such, mega dosing where it could kill something. No one knows if there's a safe dose or if there's any way to use this compound specifically to treat medical conditions. There's enough anecdotal trial and error, but I mean, obviously that's not good. You don't want to rely on personal anecdotes to help promote the potential ramifications. Anecdotally, however, I have some experience myself with BPC157, not Tb500. Some other buddies of mine have utilized Tb500, and don't want to say anything there, but they've leveraged that to help with total systemic inflammation, but this works site-specifically. Theoretically, this is a research chemical that is not for human use, and if you go into my link tree and you see the website that has the code VG11, I would say that this is potentially an area where you could find yourself with that. But again, athletes are advised to never use this product because it would get you banned from any sporting events because WADA has not approved it. Anyway, if you have, say, like a joint issue, I remember John Skywalker a few years ago posted that he had like a tendon issue in his arm, and he used like MK and BPC157 to help attenuate that injury, and it recovered a lot quicker. Anecdotally, I have had some bicep issues. When I had originally tried Follistatin 344, I tried using it in my bicep, and I actually got such a massive welt that my arm was completely shot. And I tried to like do some curls with it, and it felt like I sprained it like really bad, but it like wasn't in my joint. It was actually in my bicep. So I used some BPC157, and I used it 100 micrograms every single day for 3 days, and it felt a lot better. It could have just been that the Follistatin was like causing a lot of damage, and this didn't really help it. But anecdotally, I have a few people that use it in their rotator cuff and in their knees, and them using about 500 micrograms every single day does help with them getting a little bit quicker with their recovery. Gotten to the point where I had a couple of friends that could like hardly stand up without much pain, and then over the course of like a few weeks, they were actually able to move around normally, have regular mobility. And I mean, that anecdote aside, that's not something that everybody can expect. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the topic and my personal experience with the compound. Now, people do use things like Tb500 for total systemic inflammation to help them with reducing the oxidative stress as a result. Some things like just nagging joint injuries that they have like in their elbows and their knees. They use BPC157 to help with the amount of like site-specific pain, like if you have like elbow injuries, the site-specific injection there would be how to ameliorate that. And then some people use like GU copper something or CU GHK something, and they use that for the promotion of like their telomeres to help with the free radical damage for that. So that's typically all of the antioxidant sort of anti-inflammatory peptides that I know off the top of my head. Actually, that's gonna literally kill me if I don't get this. CU GHK. Okay, yeah, so it's called GHK-CU, which is copper peptide, and people use this because it potentially helps with. Oh wait, no, okay, yeah. So there's an actual article I can help cite with this. So here we have the regenerative and protective actions of GHK-CU peptide in light of new gene data, and it has anti-inflammatory actions, lung protection, and the restoration of pulmonary disease, and the suppression of molecules thought to accelerate diseasing the diseases of aging such as nuclear factor kappa B, anti-anxiety, anti-pain, and anti-aggression activities, and DNA repair. DNA repair is typically what this is used for, by the way. This is an anti-aging, quote-unquote, peptide, and that's typically what you see it used for. So there are a lot of uses for this thing, as you can see here. The aesthetic use for this is to help with collagen and aged skin. Animal studies confirm this, yada yada yada. Stimulation of blood vessels and nerve growth factor. It notes that it is able to help with undergoing repair and remodeling. In initial stages of this, stimulate new vessel growth. So that angiogenesis is actually what is the main driving factor for the promotion of healing factors in BPC157. It's speculated that it has angiogenic properties that will help with that. So that's essentially what I wanted to riff on today. Now they also talk here about the downregulation and upregulation functions of neurons by GHK, and I guess I'm just going to call this a quick overview of anti-aging, anti-inflammatory peptides. And if you guys want me to get more in depth about them, specifically this one or Tb500 or BPC157, please let me know. I would love to sit down and have like a good 15-minute video where I can really hash out like very specifics and go through a few of the studies that they do have, because not a lot of them are very like clear-cut and concise. But aside from that, I hope that we are all having a great start to December. We are just getting into the first week here, and aside from that, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment on the video. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on the topic, or if you want to hear anything about like more compounds, more substances, leave them below. If you want to go ahead and ask a question that's a little bit more personal, and you don't want to use the contact me form, and you're more of a social person, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram handle is just @DamonIsVegan. It's all one word. You're more than welcome to say, hey, I saw your video on topic XYZ, and I wanted to ask you a couple questions about it, or I just have like a general question. When you get a minute, could you answer this for me? And I would be my happiest to try and do my best to help ameliorate some of your issues. But that should just about do it. I hope you guys learned something, or you found this entertaining to any degree. But until next time, doodles.